In today's video, we're checking out this 1951 Fender custom shop Telecaster in what Fender call a Nocaster Blonde. This isn't a typical butterscotch. It's a lighter, slightly more washed out kind of vibe. It does have the heavy relicing. I'll give you all the specs and features about it in just a moment. Firstly, a massive thank you to Sky Music for the loan of this. This might be one of the most expensive guitars I've showcased on the channel. If you want to see the price, I'll link it to Sky Music, Toeman, and Sweetwater down in the description below so you can check it out in your part of the world. But overall, beautiful guitar. It just has one thing about it that's not quite right, and I'll share that with you in just a moment. Let's get into it. Here's the guitar up close. Now, firstly, if you're not into the whole Relic design, I get it, it's not for everybody. But one of the great things about custom shop guitars is they're inherently a little bit lighter than the rest of the standard production model guitars. When it comes to a Telecaster, sometimes these can be backbreakers. This one comes in at 3.2 kilograms. We get a two-piece ash body, and this finish, as I mentioned earlier, is the aged Nocaster Blonde. We get a flame maple neck. It actually has a lot of detail in it, even underneath all of the sanding here, but it feels really nice. This is like an ultra satin finish. It just feels really beautiful. We get a maple fretboard, which also shows signs of heavy relicing, and we get narrow, tall frets, which feel really great under the fingers. We get two Fender Custom Shop single coil pickups from the 50 to 51 Blackguard single coil series. We get a three-way toggle switch down here so it can use our conventional neck pickup, both pickups, or bridge pickup on its own. Let's talk about the electronics, because this thing is a real point of difference to every other Telecaster I've ever played from Fender. If you're a lefty, on is always forwards, right? This is how it works. This is wound as a right-handed player, so on is backwards, which was a real point of confusion when I first started playing this. The tone control on this sounds like it does nothing. I don't know what's going on. I'll showcase this a little bit later on, but it's scratchy and I just can't hear it doing anything. While this control plate might not be ideal for a lot of people, there's also a secondary one included in the hard case, so you can replace this with more modern wiring. Like most 50s Teles, we get 3 brass saddles down the bottom here, and we also get vintage tuners, which are some of my favorite. It really makes changing strings easy. Here's the back of the headstock so you can check out the Fender Custom Shop logo. Alright, let's kick it off in today's video. I'm plugged into my Artist Tweedtone 20R. If you're unfamiliar with this amplifier, it's a 20 watt amp. It's kind of like a Blues Junior, except we get 2 independent channels. This is the clean channel on neck pickup, and I'm also going to start with a mix of both lead and chord kind of stuff so you can get a sense of how it sounds. Here we go. Great sounding guitar on that neck pickup. I love the snap on the note. That's the custom shop pickups. It's pretty cool. Over to both. Such a great percussive sort of sound as well. And over to bridge. It is really quite bright on that bridge pickup, especially just on the top end notes. The rest of them though, nice and full sounding. It's just got that extra snap. Where you'll find that really shines is on some dirty tones, so let's try that now. Let's try some dirty tones. I'm going to start on the bridge pickup, and for the overdrive, I'm using the Royal Flush Dual overdrive pedal. This bridge pickup, here we go. That's where that extra brightness really comes in handy. Now with the volume control down, I did this in the intro track, it just cleans up beautifully. A little bit more. Awesome, over to both pickups. That might be one of my favorite combinations on the guitar. And again, if I turn down, it's basically dead clean, which is awesome. Volume control back up. And over to neck. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the price of these guitars, I'll link it below so you can check it out in your part of the world. One of the most interesting things about it is this tone control. I can barely hear it doing anything. It's almost like it rolls in and out a little bit of low end. Now, interestingly enough, in the case, there's also a complete replacement to this, which will probably be more modern wiring. That's my guess about it. But I just wanted to show you how this sounds as well, because it's a little bit odd. Here we go. It's severely scratchy. I mean, this can be sprayed and probably fixed pretty easily, but for a guitar at this price point, straight off the shelf, man, it's a little disappointing. So I'll let the store know about this, but overall, I can't really hear that doing much at all. Let me know if you could hear a difference. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. I'm going to cover the pros and cons of this guitar. So the first thing I love about it is it's nice and light. I also love the Relic neck as well. It's sanded back, and these just feel spectacular. If you're used to playing vintage gloss or high gloss necks, this just feels so much better under the hand. I kind of wish my Telecaster had this on it. It is really, really nice. all the other relicing aside, which is all subjective stuff, I think this actually looks pretty cool. My good friend Dr. Rick has one of these and he makes it sing, and some of the tones out of this are fantastic, and I don't think he's had that problem with the Scratchy pot either, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's probably just a one-off. It's light, it's playable, the tones are great, it is very bright, especially on that bridge pickup, but it's nothing you can't sort of tweak on your pedal board, or if you plan on just using it for really big lead type stuff, that's where it really shines. It really cuts the mix, no problems at all. Let us know what you think of it. Let me know if you think it's worth the asking price. Again, links will be below so you can check that out in your part of the world. Crazy stuff. Thanks again. Catch you soon. See ya.